Picture a world facing an economic crisis. Stock markets tumbling, jobs vanishing, and uncertainty everywhere. Imagine the global economy as a vast, unpredictable ocean, and each of us in our own boats, trying to navigate through the storm. In these troubled waters, understanding the captain's mind, passengers' fear, and the crew's decisions becomes crucial. That's where behavioral economics steps in, offering a unique lens to the view of this global crisis, not just through numbers and graphs, but through human behavior and psychology. It's like having a map and compass that will help us understand the currents of human emotions and make better decisions during the storm. In this journey, we'll explore how behavioral economics helps us understand the human side of the economic crisis. When the seas of the global economy are rough, understanding the waves of human emotions, biases, and decisions can be our lighthouse, guiding us to safer shores. This fascinating field blends economics with psychology, revealing why people often make decisions that seem illogical. It shows us that behind every economic number, there's a story, and a person making choices based on their fears, desires, and biases. By understanding these human factors, we can design better policies, create more effective communication, and foster resilience during economic storms. Imagine Mia at a concert when suddenly someone shouts, "Fire!" Everyone starts rushing to the exits, and Mia does too, without even seeing smoke. This is what we call herd behavior. It's like birds flocking together or fish swimming in schools. In the stock market, this behavior can lead to big messes, like when everyone sells their stocks because they see others doing it, not because it's a smart move. Behavioral economics helps us understand why we sometimes follow the crowd, even when it's not the best idea. It's not just about fear, it's also about comfort in numbers, a feeling that there's safety in doing what everyone else is doing. But this can create bubbles in the market, leading to crashes when the bubble bursts. Understanding herd behavior helps economists design systems to cool down the market and prevent panic selling. Meet Leo, the star player on his soccer team. He's so confident in his skills that he doesn't even practice for the big game. But when the big game day comes, he realizes that the other team is way tougher than he thought. This is like overconfidence in a crisis. Leaders, like CEOs or government officials, might think they can handle any problem that comes their way, but sometimes the challenge is bigger than they expected. Behavioral economics teaches us that even the best players need a good game plan and can't just rely on their past wins. Overconfidence can lead to risky decisions, like underestimating the severity of a crisis or delaying critical actions. By recognizing this bias, leaders can seek diverse options, gather more information, and make more balanced decisions, reducing the risk of making costly mistakes. Grace has saved up $50 to buy her favorite video game. But just before she can buy it, her mom says she needs to use that money for a school project instead. Grace feels really upset. It's like the game was already hers, and now it's gone. This feeling is what we call loss aversion. It's a powerful force, making us fear losses more than we value gains. In a crisis, this can lead to strong resistance against policies that require people to give up something, like higher taxes or reduced benefits. Leaders need to understand this when they ask people to change their plans or make sacrifices. It's not easy, but by explaining the need for these measures, showing empathy, and ensuring fairness, policymakers can help people accept difficult decisions. For instance, if people understand that a tax increase will fund healthcare during a pandemic, they might be more willing to support it. Think of Ethan playing a video game where certain paths light up to guide him to safety. This is similar to nudge theory. It's like when your parents place fruits on the kitchen counter, so you'll pick them over the chips in the cupboard. It's a gentle push in the right direction without taking away your choices. During tough times, the way leaders talk to us or how they arrange our choices can give us these little nudges, helping us make decisions that keep us and others safe. For instance, during a health crisis, governments can nudge people to practice good hygiene by making hand sanitizers readily available and using social campaigns to promote their use. These small nudges can lead to big changes in behavior, helping to manage the crisis more effectively. Ava sees a new kid at school sitting alone at lunch. She remembers how that feels and decides to sit with him. That's her social preferences at work. We naturally care about others and want to be fair and kind. In hard times, like when the economy isn't doing well, this part of us becomes super important. It's like everyone in the school coming together to help a classmate in need. Behavioral economics shows that this teamwork and kindness can make a big difference, helping everyone get through tough spots together. During a crisis, people often come together, donating to those in need or volunteering to help. Policymakers can harness this sense of solidarity, encouraging people to support each other, which can be incredibly powerful in overcoming the challenges of a crisis. Zach is saving up for a new skateboard, but keeps spending his allowance on snacks and games. He wants the skateboard, but somehow, buying small things now feels more fun than waiting. This is time inconsistency. We often prefer a treat today over a bigger reward tomorrow. In a crisis, this can make governments and people focus too much on the short-term fixes and not enough on the long-term solutions. Understanding this helps us balance what we need now with what will make us better in the future, like Zach learning to save a bit each week for his skateboard. For policymakers, this means designing economic policies that address immediate needs without sacrificing long-term stability. It's about planting seeds today that will grow into a stronger, more resilient economy tomorrow. Maya loves building sandcastles, but the tide keeps ruining them. She learns to build further away from the water, protecting her creations. This is like how behavioral economics helps world leaders. In a crisis, it's like a high tide, and leaders need to build policies that won't just wash away. They use our understanding of human behavior to create solutions that are strong and lasting, just like Maya's sandcastle away from the waves. It's about crafting policies that not only tackle the immediate crisis, but also strengthen the economy's foundations, making it more resilient to future shocks. Whether it's reforming the financial system, investing in healthcare, or ensuring social safety nets, the insights from behavioral economics can guide leaders in making choices that benefit everyone, not just during the crisis, but for years to come.